The natural disaster of Storm Ciarán swept across Western Europe on the night of November 1st and the morning of November 2nd, turning peaceful slumbers into real nightmares for millions of people. From the coasts of Brittany and France to the quaint streets of Belgium, the storm spared no corner, leaving behind a trail of destruction that few can forget. Hailstorms and flash floods also emerged, wreaking havoc across Western Europe. With terrifying wind speeds reaching up to 200 kilometers per hour, Ciarán not only knocked down numerous ancient trees, but also turned many homes into piles of rubble. In France, where the storm made its strongest landfall, rooftops and shattered glass became a common sight. Numerous boats were overturned at the Moulin Blanc harbor in western France. As Storm Ciarán raged on, police and rescue teams tirelessly battled the harsh weather to search and rescue the unfortunate victims trapped under the rubble of their own homes.
Oh my God, it is coming in huge. Hi, Mom.
The pitch black night not only brought darkness, but also carried an indescribable chill, as news of tragic losses echoed everywhere. In the relentless devastation of Ciarán, it wasn't just material losses that were counted, but also the agonizing loss of human lives. At least 7 lives were swept away by the storm, with dozens more severely injured.
Holy cow!
Among the unfortunate victims, a truck driver in Essein, France, met his end beneath a fallen tree while seeking a safe haven. A 70-year-old man at Le Havre tragically fell from a balcony of his home, abruptly ending his life. Neighboring countries were not spared from the whirlwind of tragedy. A woman in the center of Madrid, Spain, did not survive after a large branch fell on her. Even more heartbreaking, a 5-year-old child and a 64-year-old German woman became victims of the natural disaster while enjoying their holidays in Belgium. They were not fortunate enough to escape the scattered fallen trees, the formless energy with a hidden deadly force. Meanwhile, in Netherlands, a resident of Venray also failed to survive after a tree fell upon them. Chaos reigned not only within the storm's path, but also across transportation networks as main roads and highways were blocked by trees and debris from damaged structures.
Hier is Wil. Holy!
Police and emergency responders worked tirelessly to ensure safe passage for citizens, but the task was not immediate, given the widespread disarray and danger. The French Ministry of the Interior had to deploy up to 780 firefighters and hundreds of others from emergency organizations to be ready to handle the most urgent situations. Due to the impact of Storm Ciarán, local authorities have also closed parks, beaches, and temporarily suspended railway and ferry services in France. Strong winds and heavy rains posed a risk of flooding and landslides, as well as the infrastructure damage, creating significant hazards for transportation safety. Trees could fall and block rail lines, while turbulent seas made ferry travel unsafe. Passengers were advised to monitor updates from the official sources and prepare contingency plans for their itineraries. The number of households without electricity skyrocketed to a staggering 1.2 million, particularly in Brittany, which is densely populated and was the most severely affected by the storm.
Absolute devastation. We're being evacuated. It's just been wrecked and we're totally blocked off at the moment. Fortunately, these ones are just that little bit further back. I mean, we have had our windows done in before.
In England, the Channel Islands became a focal point for the ferocious storm. Devastation was seen in Jersey, where the wind was too much for some windows to withstand, blowing them away while roofs were lifted into the air. The situation forced many families to seek temporary refuge in nearby hotels. Not just England, the Netherlands also shared this fate, with KLM having to cancel hundreds of flights and the operation of international trains coming to a halt. Spain also could not escape nature's fury, with 42 flights cancelled, and AMET, the National Meteorological Agency, having to issue red warnings. Towering waves of up to 9 meters high were forecasted, with some areas experiencing hurricane-force winds at terrifying speeds of up to 150 kilometers per hour. These were gusts of wind that could knock down everything from windows to cars to roofs, putting the entire Channel Islands on red alert. Storm Ciarán, following just 2 weeks after Storm Babbitt, was propelled by extremely strong jet streams sweeping in from the Atlantic, causing heavy rain and record-breaking winds that resulted in significant flooding in Northern Ireland and parts of the United Kingdom. The French authorities have rated Storm Ciarán as the strongest storm in over 20 years, since 1999, when Storm Lothar made landfall in the country, resulting in 88 fatalities. Nationally, numerous emergency meetings have been convened to address the aftermath of Storm Ciarán. Politicians and officials are weighing short-term measures to assist those affected, while also considering long-term plans for reconstruction and the prevention of similar disasters in the future. At the end of May 2016, towns in Switzerland were subjected to terrifying floods and landslides. On the 27th and 28th of May, torrential rain caused widespread flooding and landslides in the region. Mud flows and mountain landslides washed over the town's football field, sweeping away all the stands. Fortunately, there were no casualties, but the property damage amounted to millions of Swiss francs. A viral video rapidly spreading on social media captures the astonishing moment when a powerful tornado ravages a mobile home community in North Carolina, USA. Debris and belongings are scattered throughout the sky, with at least one building completely flattened. On July 19th, streets suddenly turned into a battlefield as the whirlwind of fragments swept across, forcing drivers inside their cars to witness an unbelievable scene. On September 1st, 2023, an alarming incident occurred at Food City, a large shopping center in Gatlinburg. Despite the installation of safety nets, a massive rock slide couldn't be held back by man-made measures.
I'm just going to move forward. Nobody apart.
Tons of rocks pierced through the safety net, crashing directly into the parking lot of the center. Many cars were severely damaged and a portion of the parking area had collapsed. Nearby cities and regions would be submerged in water, putting millions of people at risk or missing. According to the Chinese authorities, the city recorded 29.3 inches of rain from Saturday to Wednesday, marking the highest level since 1891. Based on the data from the Beijing Meteorological Bureau, China is currently enduring major storms as Typhoon Doksuri heads north after hitting the southern provinces of China. According to a report from NASA's Earth Observatory, Doksuri made landfall in Hainan and Guangzhou of China on Monday morning, causing severe flooding in Beijing. The massive storm damaged infrastructure, forcing tens of thousands to evacuate for safety. This storm is one of the worst to hit northern China in years, and the torrential rain in Beijing has claimed at least 20 lives. In Beijing, over 31,000 people have had to evacuate from their homes, while construction sites have been halted. A landslide occurred on June 3, 2020 in a locality within the municipality of Alta in northern Norway. The landslide developed on a marine clay grounds which formed at the beginning of the Holocene era when the area was submerged below sea level. As a result, at least 8 houses were swept away into the sea following the landslide. Everything was still until the snowstorm appeared, posing a danger to those visiting the ski area in Silveretta, Montafon, Austria. They heightened their preventative measures, and there were only 5 gondolas on the cables to bring the people down the mountain. With all the wind and the trees, it was truly terrifying. The storm had been forecasted, but its devastation was far more severe than expected. Within a half an hour, the sky went from foggy to complete chaos. Beyond Beijing, extreme rainfall also struck northern China and areas along the Yellow and Huai River. Chinese President Xi Jinping called for rigorous search and rescue efforts, as well as flood control and disaster relief work. Nearly 30 inches of rain fell in 5 days, causing severe flooding in the Chinese capital and surrounding areas, inundating and damaging roads, electricity, and even drinking water pipelines. Beijing recorded its heaviest rainfall in 140 years over the past few days, resulting in at least 20 deaths, countless people trapped as severe floods hit the city and surrounding areas. Officials report that at least 20 people have died and 27 are missing after water levels rose dangerously. Roads were destroyed, some areas lost power, and drinking water pipelines were damaged. It is currently unclear how many people are trapped by the floodwaters in the city and surrounding villages. Thousands of rescue workers have been dispatched to one of the hardest hit areas, Jiaxia, a city of over 600,000 residents southwest of Beijing. Over 134,000 of them have been affected, with more than 1/6 of the city's population having to evacuate. A residential area twice the size of Paris has been flooded, and nearly 1,610 acres of agricultural land have also been affected, with a flooded area expected to expand even further. Storms and tornadoes are wreaking havoc across many of the cities in the U.S. and many other countries globally. Severe weather conditions are profoundly impacting life, economy, and infrastructure in various regions. Other nations around the world are also grappling with tropical storms, tornadoes, and heavy rains leading to flooding, affecting hundreds of thousands of people. The wave of storms, accompanied by landslides, has strongly impacted many areas, causing numerous houses to collapse, leaving many families homeless. Moreover, heavy rainfall coupled with infrastructure challenges has led to severe flooding in various places. Roads turned into rivers, with floods sweeping away various means of transportation, from motorcycles and cars to public vehicles. If you'd like to express your feelings about this video, or you have some personal stories to share, please let us know by putting your comments or experiences in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to watch the best and latest videos from us.